No, Rob, thank you very much indeed. Now remember, when you're writing out a cheque, it's simple because it's very like filling in a form. Each time you write one, you're basically filling in the same type of information. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. The only thing is, I would warn you, don't get carried away. Now the last time, thank you Robert, we left Ian, he was trying to figure out how many tiles he'd need for his bathroom. So let's see how he's getting on.
I took some measurements from my bathroom and worked out that I needed 150 tiles. Now that's exactly 6 boxes, but I better get 7 because I'm bound to break a few. When I worked this out, I used the left side of my brain. This is the part of the brain you need to solve problems requiring logical thought. Now logical skills are quite different from the spatial skills that I needed to find my way to the paint section earlier. Now let's try one last exercise. I'm sitting in this room trying to work out whether the colour scheme would fit my own living room at home. The trouble is, I can't remember what colour my curtains are. Will they clash? Now try this yourself. Think of a friend's house. Picture yourself in the living room. What colour are the walls? What colour is the furniture? Maybe there's a mirror hanging on the wall. Could you picture this room? Some people find making mental images very, very easy, like Maria. When Maria redecorated her living room, she used mental images of how everything would work together. Her family couldn't picture the result, but she could, and it turned out beautifully. Apart from being brilliant with colours, this shows that Maria had a terrific ability to visualise things. This type of thinking is controlled by a quite different brain area here on the left side, further back, the area that controls visual thinking.
Well, this is my final discovery here in Marley Park, this beautiful walled garden which is neatly tucked away out of sight. And the reason it looks so good is because there is a team of gardeners here who tend and nurture this garden all year round. And Maria's story is a bit like that. She first got the desire to get back into learning from within herself, but she's had help from more than one person along the way. And now she's part of a team who are tending and nurturing young learners.
Over here. The game we were playing yesterday, remember? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I was never confident in myself, always lacked confidence, never put myself forward to do anything. I've always sort of been not assertive enough to do anything.
You have to take a ball in your hand and you have to go around the cones.
Well, I felt that my spelling difficulties and my reading difficulties always held me back, so I wanted to do something to... I wanted to go back to the workforce.
3, 2, 1, go!
I've been back in education a while and I came across this job club. And that was like a course that you'd done for 6 weeks, and it would show you how to get back into the workforce, how to do interviews, fill in forms and different things. But when I found out about the job course, I asked questions about what would detail, and when she told me it would mean writing and things like that, I backed out. And then I rang her again and I thought I took the courage to tell her that I just had a problem with my spellings. Right, do you want to come over here and we'll look it up in the dictionary? So she said, don't worry about it, just come along, she says, and I'll help you through it. So I went and started working the out of school programme. So we have to find the word menu. So what's that? What would that start with? M, yeah. So what we do, we go to the letter M, don't we? What would it be? M. Right. So we look along here, look down, see, there it is, menu. So it means a list of what there is to eat. I help with the children when they come in from school, they have their meal, and then we go into helping them do their homework. So it's sort of like, it's not like a serious thing, it's like a fun thing. So it helps the children interact with other children and peers as well.
They're Barbie.
Yeah. Then we go into what you call activity. So it can be, one day can be sports, one day can be computers, another day can be art. So we do all different things with them.
Okay, here we go then.
I feel education is very important because when I look back on my life and what I've gone through from not having education, I wouldn't really wish that on anybody or any child. So I think if they can be given the help, they should be given the help, and I put great importance on helping my own children and my grandchildren, and now I really enjoy working with these children here as well, because it's giving them a chance and helping them.
Before the bin man.
If anybody had told me that this is what I would be doing, I would never have dreamed in a million years this would be what I would be doing. So I'm just amazed myself that I'm actually doing it, and I'm really enjoying it. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's brilliant. 2 + 4 = 6. Very good. It's just nice to be able to give somebody else an opportunity to learn. Now.
At the start of the programme, Maria was saying that she had difficulty pronouncing TH words. Well, she needn't worry, because actually this is a very common problem. But this tip should help you learn more about them.
Maria told us earlier that she moved to England when she was young, and she found that the way in which she pronounced some words was different to the other children in her class. English is spoken all over the world, but sometimes other languages influence the way in which it develops. For example, cul-de-sac is a French phrase we use all the time, and siesta is a Spanish word that most Irish people would understand. We didn't always speak English in Ireland. Our native language is Irish, and the English we speak has developed from this and from other languages. Some of the expressions and sounds and words we use in Ireland today are a result of these influences. There are some sounds in English that aren't common in Irish. For example, when we put the letters T and H together, we get the TH sound. This can sometimes be difficult for Irish people to hear or say. Maria found that she pronounced words with the TH sound in a different way to her English classmates. Some words that have the TH sound are very like other words that are spelt with just a T, and this makes it difficult to tell them apart. Listen out for the way these words sound at the beginning and at the end to help you with their spelling. 3, tree. Faith, fate. Bat, bath. Maria told us that she had to learn how to write cheques. A few words that you might need for writing cheques begin with TH. These are 3, 30 and 1,000. Remember, knowing what the letters T and H sound like when they come together will help you with your spelling. So be careful with the TH sound. Because Irish people sometimes don't pronounce this sound, we can't forget that some words are spelt with a TH.
We've covered quite a lot in today's programme, and one of the first things we looked at was using verbs and their tenses.
We use action words or verbs to talk about things that happen. Things happen at different times, so we often need to change the tense of verbs. To talk about something that happened yesterday or any time in the past, we use a past tense. And to talk about what's happening now, we use a present tense.
Ian had various challenges for us, all designed to test our different abilities.
Which of the exercises did you find easiest? Were you better at visualising the colour of your friend's living room or of following the mental map to the shop? Do you find verbal thinking easier than thinking in pictures? The important thing is that if you're weak in one area, this does not mean that you're not intelligent. Knowing which mental abilities you are strong in is a key part of your learning journey.
We also talked about writing out cheques, and if you remember from earlier, using them is quite like filling out forms.
A cheque is a written request from you to your bank to pay someone an agreed amount of money from your current account. To use a cheque, you'll need to fill in the name of the person or company you want to pay, the amount to be paid, in numbers and words, the date, and your signature. We also looked at TH words this week. English is spoken all over the world, but sometimes other languages influence the way in which it develops. Our native language is Irish, and the English we speak has developed from this and from other languages. For example, the TH sound doesn't exist in Irish, so we often find it hard to hear and to say in English. Because Irish people sometimes don't pronounce this sound, we can forget that some words are spelt with a TH.
Maria never set her sights high when she went back to education initially, but today she's very proud of all she's accomplished.
I do have a lot more confidence now than I ever had, and I just feel like I'm doing something with my life now.
Next week, we'll meet a young mum from Tralee who's busy juggling motherhood and learning. Ian will have more to say on multiple intelligences. We'll be reading television listings, looking at nouns and discussing contractions. That's how to spell words that have been shortened. So until then, goodbye.